Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies, and today we're at Wallaroo. And behind me you'll see the big smelter stack. This is when they used to do copper smelting. In 1861 this was built. It no longer exists. I think it closed around the year 1920, about 100 years ago. But there are remnants are down there where they used to smelter all the copper, and there's a whole story about smelting the copper. Today we're going to look at the Versa release aid from B3. This is top of the line thumb release aid from B3 Archery. It's a sear mechanism, $385 retail roughly. Now first off I'm going to compare the B3 exit release aid. They look almost identical. The difference is the Versa's got a cocking mechanism down here. So theoretically this one here you should be able to adjust the tension and the travel, and it should be a little bit cleaner, or it should be a little bit finer in the adjustment in the Versa, but let's have a look. But the exit is priced at $220 retail, $385. So this is for someone who's really serious about archery. Now at $385 you're comparing against all the True Fire, True Ball and Carter release aids, all top of the line stuff, so this release aid needs to be good. First off, I love the packaging, and kind of B3 is going to be, I'm always going to think about the bananas now, so don't know if it's big in America, but think about the bananas when you think about B3, and B3 is probably going to hate me for saying that. But anything that makes you remember something is good. Okay. Now this comes in the options of red, blue or brass. Now the brass version of this is going to weigh more, and it's going to be slightly more expensive, about an extra $20 for the brass version. Now one of the big differences between the Versa and the exit is you can change the angle of this up here. Now why do you want to do that? Changing this angle here on your finger by moving this up is going to make it a little bit more compact. And you can see here with my fingers I've got heaps of space at the end here, and that's because I got little fingers, because I'm not built like I don't have tradie hands, I'm going to say again. So how does this fire? Right, so you saw me press the trigger. Now I'm going to cock it. It's quite firm to cock, and then I pull the lever closed. So to fire, opens, cock, finger across. Now with release aids like the True Ball blade, you press this and it closes for you. It depends on the company how they've done the mechanism. This one is done the same as the Scott, but it's different to the Scots. A lot of the B3 stuff is very similar to Scott archery. You can change the angle on this here. There's a little grub screw in there. You've got two grub screws on the back here. Now this scrub screw here is used to adjust the travel, which is how far you've got to move this to activate it. This screw here, I'm just looking, this screw here will be pressing onto a spring, and that will be, the more you screw it in, the more pressure it's going to put on the spring, so the tighter it's going to feel to activate the shot. So if you want a hair trigger, if you want there not much tension, you move this out. Moving it in increases the tension, and this is the travel, this little screw here. So let's have a try of this and see how it feels. Now I really like the exit when I shot it, and that's $220. I thought it was nice, I thought it was comfortable. Let's see what I think of this. Now for a target archer, is $385 a problem? Look, it's still expensive, but if you've got expensive bows and you shoot target archery, $385 is what you're going to expect to pay for a release aid. And I'm not going to say you're going to shoot any better with this versus the exit. It's actually quite a strong wind coming from the ocean. going to say the actual tension on this feels actually stronger than the exit. So for myself, I'd probably want less tension on that screw, so I'd probably wind that out. I couldn't feel much travel, and I kind of see the position of my thumb. I kind of want this in a different position. Now I'm gonna guess I can wind this in. I would probably wind this in because I just feel like I want this finger in a different position, so I'd probably want to change the position. Now if you look on the exit thumb, I found the exit thumb more comfortable straight up, because it's a little bit shorter. I feel this is a little bit long for me, but you've got that adjustability. A little bit more expensive, but yeah, I'd prefer that thumb in a slightly different position. It feels more natural to me. The release aid feels nice to shoot. Now my friends would say, instead of shooting a blade release aid, Stephen, you should be shooting a drop away, especially in windy conditions like today, because you don't have to worry about the arrow coming off the rest when you shoot, and the wind's coming straight the way in. Okay, so I kind of feel with the Versa I'd have to change some settings on it. I'd probably want to roll this finger in a little bit. I want to decrease the tension. I want to play with the position of that thumb so it feels more natural to me. How does this rate to the other release aids on the market at this similar price point? I think it's pretty much the same sort of stuff. You want to get that thumb feeling comfortable. I feel like I want to probably angle this thumb in a little bit, so change the position of that thumb here, probably angle it a little bit in the position. And the one thing I'm going to say about thumb release aid, it's really good for shooting in windy conditions like this versus a back tension. Back tension, you kind of don't know when it's going to go off. In windy conditions it can sometimes be really hard to shoot a back tension release aid. I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies, and thanks for watching. Bye.